Notre Dame Fighting Irish came up short in the final game of the regular season, falling to Stanford in Palo Alto Saturday night. ABC 57's Vahid Sadarazari anchors our coverage from Northern California and has a recap.
Well, that's right. This is certainly not the way the Notre Dame Fighting Irish envisioned this game to go and envisioned the fourth quarter to go. A turnover-filled final quarter of the regular season leads to a Notre Dame loss. Final score here from Stanford Stadium, 38-20. Now let's check out some of the highlights from the game. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish got the scoring started in the first quarter. Kevin Stefferson with the slant across the middle, 83 yards the other way. Notre Dame on the board early, 7-0, the way they wanted to start. 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stanford answers. This 29-yard pass completion from KJ Costello, the redshirt freshman, to Trenton Irwin. That makes it 7-7. And 11:29 left to go in the second quarter. Stanford pulls ahead, a 4-yard TD pass to Whiteside. 14-7. Stanford on top. They would lead 14-10 at the half. After an EQ St. Brown score to start the third quarter, the Fighting Irish led 20-17 heading into the fourth quarter. But that's where they run into some troubles and turnovers. 3 in all, with Stanford up 24-20. With 13:38 left to go in the fourth quarter, Curtis Robinson with the interception, and that would lead to this next possession. Stanford, the 12-yard TD pass from Costello to Dalton Schultz. Costello, the first Stanford quarterback in 3 years to pass for 4 touchdowns against the Fighting Irish. And again, the Fighting Irish with 3 turnovers there in the fourth quarter. They were up 20-17 and 21 unanswered by the Stanford Cardinal to close them out there in the fourth quarter. 328 yards total for the Cardinal, a very balanced attack, 130-plus yards for an injured Bryce Love, who was playing on an injured ankle. The Irish finish out the regular season by losing 2 of their final 3 games, and they finish the season 9-3, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks to find out who and where they will play the final game of the season. But Coach Kelly in the press conference said 10 wins is still the goal for this team. That's what they envisioned here when they started the season back in January, and that's what they are hoping for as they finish the season with the bowl game a month from now. Here is Coach Kelly and some of the players following tonight's game.
You know, we turned a good game into a not so good game by turning the football over late. There's no, the guys were tired or they weren't mentally sharp or they didn't come ready to play. These guys were ready to play. They wanted to win today. Got to hold on to the football.
We've been on a hell of a ride so far, and I don't think it's ended. We have one more game, and this team needs to get to 10 wins, and I think we'll do that. I know we'll do that.
To fall up short here, you know, losing to Miami and losing here to Stanford, 2 great opponents, 2 opponents we felt like we could beat. And ultimately, when it came down to it, we didn't execute in order to win the football game.
And as you saw there, senior captain Drew Tranquil hugging his teammates and his fellow players as he goes off the field for the final time here at Stanford Stadium. Now the Fighting Irish 9-3, and they will wait 2 weeks to find out who and where they will play in a possible bowl matchup. And of course, we will pass along those details when we know more on ABC 57 and ABC57.com. But the final score here from Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto, the Stanford Cardinal beat the Notre Dame Fighting Irish by a final score of 38-20. One final time in Palo Alto, Vahid Sadarazade, ABC 57 News.